Good evening. My name is Eric Martinez, and this is my four significant life events presentation. This is from my business communication class for spring 2023. And four significant life events. My first significant life event is being born. Being born is really critical. I mean, without being born, you wouldn't be here to exist. Although I may not remember much of it, much of my family does, and it's really important. My second significant life event is Keep Pounding, which is a slogan for the Carolina Panthers. I'll explain more into further details, but it is a quote that affects my everyday life, and it's something that I really think represents me. Another significant life event that had occurred in my life was getting my first job. I feel that was a big step as a young adult, and it helped build responsibilities. Last but not least, getting my first credit card was a significant life event. I feel that it kind of changed my perspective on a lot of things, and it's helping me become a young, responsible adult. And being born, I was born June 9th, 2003, making me 19 years old. I was born in Linwood, California, 90262. I was born in this hospital right here as well. And I was also the firstborn. I have five siblings. I feel that as the oldest born, I am responsible for being a role model for my younger sibling and other members of my family. And yeah, I take pride in being from Linwood, California. Yeah. Keep pounding. I began to watch football at the age of 6. One day I was watching TV. I was curious, and I seen my cousins watching football and decided to sit around, and I grew a love for it. Keep pounding is a slogan for the Carolina Panthers, which is my favorite football team. And it's more than a slogan. For me, it is a way of life, and in my family as well. So Keep pounding was founded by Sam Mills, a Carolina Panther linebacker. He said it in a locker room meeting, and Sam Mills would eventually pass of cancer later in life. And Keep pounding was established as a slogan for him to just keep pounding whenever things get rough. Just gotta keep pounding. Here is the picture of my trip to Carolina this past November, and then here's the statue of Sam Mills. First job. I got my first job as a retail associate at Lids. I got promoted very quickly in the span of 3 months. This my first job was straight out of high school. I had just turned 18, and yeah, I was in my summer semester at Cerritos College. Following to the fall, I was still working. I got promoted very quickly. I learned to take the responsibility, and yeah, I grew my love for hats. As said before, I have a big hat collection, and I just love collecting hats, and this kind of helps spark it. And yeah, and it taught responsibility, not only financial responsibility, but time responsibility as well, as it is sometimes difficult to manage being a employee and also being a full-time student as well. And yeah, this my first job taught me some responsibility financially as a person and with my own time as well. Uh, Last but not least, I had my first credit card. For me, my credit card was my first adult responsibility. I don't have many bills to pay, so my money is kind of free to do as I wish. And the first credit card is gives me something to be responsible for. It kind of learns me to teach. It taught me how to manage my money. I know some people often get credit cards and go swipe frenzy, and for me, it's something I try to learn to discipline myself. I've heard past stories from my father about getting credit card debt and not to avoid it. But yeah, for me, it was something I learned, and it's also great for my future. A couple years from now, I'd love to take out a loan to buy a house or buy a new car, and you can't get none of that without credit. So my goal here was to, start my young journey at 19, and hopefully when I'm 24, 25, get approved for a good loan and be in my home. And that's about it. Any questions, comments, concerns? Be free to let me know, and that will conclude my presentation.